Today we will start with a new topic, that is EMF and terminal voltage. Hope you did your last exercise, that is 8A, and able to do all the questions of that exercise. In the previous topic we did about the general terms regarding electric current, and we did about potential difference, we did about resistance. Now moving further, we are moving on to these two new terms, that is EMF and terminal voltage. So to start with this term EMF and terminal voltage, we need to do a little bit revision of cell. What is a cell? In general we are saying cell is a device which provides electrical energy to the appliances, or which provide electrical energy to the electrical components connected in the circuit. Suppose if I am talking about, this is a circuit, bulb is attached over here, and this is a cell and this is key. So when we will complete this circuit, this cell provides electrical energy to the bulb and it will start glowing. So initially we did this definition of cell, that cell is a device which provides electrical energy to the electrical appliances or to the electrical components, and this is the symbol of the cell with which we are representing it. The larger line represents the higher potential and the smaller line represents the lower potential. We just considered it this way, इसका कोई reason नहीं है. The larger line represents higher potential and the smaller one represents lower potential. This we are writing as positive terminal and this we are writing as negative terminal, right? So we are explaining this cell in detail so that we can reach on our term, that is EMF. So to study this EMF, I am going to define cell in a different manner with all the characteristics of this particular cell. So how can we write cell now? Cell is a device that maintains a constant potential difference which forces charge. Which charge we are talking about here? Generally we are talking about electrons. Which forces electrons to move in circuit right. Now what will happen after this? When the charge will move in circuit, this charge provides electrical energy to all the components, and charge provides electrical energy to the electrical components, right? Now if you will have a look, components, if you will have a look on this definition again, you are able to understand this term cell very well. It is a device that maintains a constant potential difference in the circuit. When potential difference is maintained, then this potential difference forces the charge, which we are considering electron here in the circuit. This forces these electrons to move in the circuit. Electrons will keep on moving in the circuit then, and these electrons, these charges, these provide electrical energy to the electrical components. How can we explain this with the help of diagram? I am drawing diagram over here. This is cell. We are representing cell this way. As I told you, suppose I am connecting bulb over here, okay, and this is the key. When I press the key, then this cell maintains a constant potential difference in the complete circuit, and what will happen? This forces the electrons to move. Electrons will start moving, and these electrons, they will take the energy from here. They take the energy from here and then they are distributing the energy to this electrical component. They are distributing the energy here and then comes back to the cell again. Again taking the energy, collecting the energy, again reaching to the electrical component and then comes back. How they are behaving? Like when you want to buy something, you collect money from your parents, go to the shop, spend there and comes back. Next day if you want to buy something else, then again you will collect the money from your parents, go to the shop and spend the money there and comes back. Here you are working as electrons, okay. Shop is working as electrical component, right? And money which you are talking about, that is working as energy, right? You are, means electrons are collecting energy from here, spending the energy here, and then coming back to the cell again to again collect the energy, and then goes this way. There is a myth, some of the in some of the books, or maybe not exactly in the book, somewhere you read it, ki the cell is able to give charge. It is not able to give charge. It is able to give electrical energy to the electrical components. So always remember, it will not distribute the charge. It gives energy to all the electrical components. This is how cell works. But to understand the working of cell in detail, we need to study about little chemistry of this simple cell. When you started studying cell, you studied about dry cell, and then you moved on to other cells, and then you started learning one of the diagram of simple cells. We draw it this way. This is a container in which two electrodes are present. This is the simple diagram of cell which we are drawing to explain the chemical reactions taking place inside the cell. This is another electrode, and the solution, conducting solution, is present in this particular beaker or container wherever we placed the electrodes. These electrodes are generally made up of metals, so these two are working as electrodes. Okay, this is conducting solution, that is known as electrolyte, and this electrolyte is known as conducting solution. Now what this conducting solution will do? This conducting solution conduct charges. It conduct charges. ये charges को लेकर जाता है. Charges लेकर जाएगा. Charges are going to collect the energy, and then they are going to distribute to the electrical components. Now where are the electrical components? This is the cell. We can join it with this way. If this is the key, this way. You can close the key to this way, right? This is the complete circuit diagram. Now if the cell is drawn this way, that means what we are assuming, that current is flowing from one terminal to another one potential to another. But from which to which? Current is flowing from higher to lower potential. How we come to know which one is higher potential, which one is lower potential? For that we are talking about the chemistry of the cell. As I told you, these two are working as electrodes. Electrodes are made up of metal pieces. आपने chemistry में भी पढ़ा होगा. On electrodes, the charges will start depositing. One side, generally this side, the negative charge will deposit it, and we say if this is working as anode. Another side, the positive charge will deposit, and we consider it as cathode. You need not to study about this anode and cathode over here. In physics, it is not required. This is just to understand how charges will move. So this is working as negative terminal, this is working as positive terminal, means this is higher potential and this is lower potential. And current will start moving from higher to lower. This is the direction of current. But how current moves, how we came to know about this? For that we need to study about the movement of electrons in this. Now what happened? Negative charges deposited over here. We are considering negative charges are moving in the circuit. हमने यही हमेशा consider किया. So that means electrons, they will start moving this way. This is the direction of movement of electrons. They are moving this way. This way. They are coming over here, then again collecting the energy, again going, expanding it here, then again coming back. This way they are working. And the direction of current is opposite to the direction of electrons. Direction of current ये है, देखिए मैंने पहले भी draw किया था. This is the direction of current which is opposite to the direction of electrons. Now how this cell work? These charges are deposited. When reaction will start in the cell, which kind of reaction will start? Generally when we are talking about cell, we are aware it is known as electrochemical cell. What it means? Chemical energy is converted into electrical energy. These electrolytes, they are considered as chemicals. They are converted, these chemical energy which is present over here, that is converted into electrical energy. So when chemical reactions will take place, the reactions which are going on here, they are exothermic reactions. Means a large amount of energy is released during these reactions. They are considered as exothermic reactions. Large amount of energy is released. So when breakdown of ions will happen over here, this exothermic reaction takes place. At that time, there will be deposition of charges on the separate electrodes. One is acting as negative, one is acting as positive. From here, negative charges will start moving in this particular direction. This is the direction of movement of electrons. They'll come over here, come to the electrical components as they are moving here, because they collected energy from the cell during the reaction. जब रिएक्शन हुआ उन्होंने एनर्जी कलेक्ट किया और यहाँ से मूव करना शुरू किया. They spent the energy to the electrical component and comes back to the cell again. Again they want to collect the energy. But what will happen when electrons will come over here? What will happen? I said electrons started moving from here, then spends energy here and then comes back. What happen when they come over here? वो यहाँ से यहाँ जाएंगे और ये इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ प्रेजेंट है, तो whether it will move this side, because electron itself is negatively charged, then it has to move towards the positive terminal. That means this should be the direction of movement of electrons. But according to me, what I told you, the direction of movement of electrons is this. That means this electron is to be forced towards this electrode, isn't it? But how this is possible? Yes, this is possible in case of cell. Because I told you the reactions which are going in cell, these are exothermic reactions. A large amount of energy is released. This large amount of energy is able to overcome electrostatic forces which this electron is facing over here. Right? This electron is facing electrostatic forces. Electrostatic force means ये अपने opposite charge की तरफ attract होगा. But due to this exothermic reaction, large amount of energy is released. Due to that energy, this electron is pushed towards the negative side, means towards the anode. Then when it is pushed over here, again it is having enough amount of energy, क्योंकि इसने energy यहाँ से gain किया reaction जो हुआ उससे. Then again it is collecting the energy, spending it over here, then comes back and then again come here, and in this way it keep on collecting the energy from the cell. And it keep on spending the energy to the electrical component and again comes back to the cell. This is how cell works. Got it? Now, when we are talking about these two electrodes, one electrode is rich in negative charge, one electron is rich in positive charge. That means there is a difference in the potential, and this difference in the potential, this is what we are talking about as electromotive force. Now here we are going to define this electromotive force. How to define that? We'll see that. I believe all of you are able to understand it. Quickly I am going to recapitulate it. This is a beaker, in this electrolyte is present, that is the conducting solution. Two electrodes are present over here. When reactions will start, exothermic reactions will take place, and due to that negative charge will start depositing, and this is known as anode. Positive charge start depositing on another side, that is known as cathode. Now what will happen? This is the negative charge, it will start flowing through the circuit and it spends the energy to the electrical component, comes back to the cell. When the electron reaches over here, due to exothermic reactions, it gets too much amount of energy that it is able to overcome electrostatic forces, and hence it is moving towards the negative instead of positive one. It starts moving again towards the anode and again it moves in the circuit, spends the energy and then comes back. This is how cell works. Now after reading this, we can easily define our next term, that is electromotive force. When we are talking about the name of this force, that is electromotive force, I believe maximum of you will have this idea in your mind, this is a kind of force. No beta, this is not a kind of force. Electromotive force. First of all, again I am saying to you, this is not a kind of force. Now what is electromotive force? It is the potential difference between the two electrodes of cell. Two electrodes of a cell. It is the potential difference between the two electrodes of the cell. We had drawn the cell this way. ये एक electrode बनाया था, ये दूसरा electrode बनाया था. One is having excess of negative charges, another one is having deposition of positive charges. That means there is a difference in. Due to this, this cell is able to create a potential difference, which forces the charge. This is the definition of cell only we studied. So due to this potential difference, it is able to force the electrons in the electrical component as I had drawn there, right? So it is the potential difference between the two electrodes of the cell. But this is not the only definition. After this, you need to mention when no current, please underline this because this is must situation. Without this, this definition is not correct. When no current is drawn from the cell, means when cell is not in use from the cell, or we can say when circuit is open. In that situation, the current is not drawn from the cell. If I am talking about the diagram of cell, what I had drawn there, I had drawn this diagram of cell there. These are the two electrodes. This is one. This is another. And I told you on one side negative charge deposited, on another one positive charge deposited. If I am connecting it this way with the component, the charge will start flowing. But for the definition of EMF, what we need to do is, it is the potential difference between these two electrodes. Whatever potential difference is provided by the cell. But this situation, when we are talking about electromotive force, that we can define when no current is drawn from the cell, means when this key is not closed, it is open. अगर ये close हो जाएगा बच्चे, then we are not talking about the potential difference, the capacity of the cell. वो change हो जाएगी. That we will learn in terminal voltage. Okay? अभी के लिए then you need to remember is this electromotive force is the potential difference between the two electrodes of a cell. These are the two electrodes of a cell. The potential difference between these two when no current is drawn from the cell. जब कोई भी device उससे काम कर ही नहीं रहा है, when cell is not in use, when circuit is open. In that situation, the potential difference between the two electrodes of the cell is called electromotive force. This electromotive force is represented by this symbol that is known as epsilon. That is known as epsilon. In maximum of the books, you are able to see this electromotive force represented by this. Now, as I am saying, electromotive force is not a kind of force. It is what? It is potential difference. So, what will be the SI unit for electromotive force? The SI unit for electromotive force is the same unit which we are using for potential difference, and that we did in our last video, that is volt. And similarly, it is represented by capital V. Okay, electromotive force, how it is given? It is given by E. Now, suppose V positive is the potential at this terminal, this electrode, and V negative is the potential at this electrode. Now, electromotive force, we are saying EMF, which is represented as EMF, electromotive force. We are saying this EMF is the potential difference between two electrodes. दोनों इलेक्ट्रोड्स के बीच के पोटेंशियल का डिफरेंस है. अगर यहाँ V प्लस है और यहाँ V माइनस है, तो दोनों का डिफरेंस आपको क्या देगा? EMF. Okay, it is the potential difference between two electrodes of the cell. Okay, when no current is drawn from the cell. So if V positive is potential at one end and V negative is the potential at another end. Whenever we are talking about negative charge, a negative sign will always come with it. So what will be the total answer? Suppose at this one the 9 volt is the potential difference, and at this one 3 volt is the potential. Okay, so how can we write? This is 9 for V positive minus this at V negative, this will be minus 3. So total EMF of the cell is given by 12 volt. This will not be the part, this calculation will not be the part of your syllabus. ये बस एक general discussion के लिए मैंने आप लोगों को बताया है. Okay, so I believe you are able to do with EMF. Now one thing which you need to remember is EMF is the characteristic property of the cell. EMF is the characteristic property of the cell. What is the meaning of this? Means if EMF of cell is written somewhere, you can talk about कि this cell is going to provide how much potential difference. Okay, suppose I buy a cell from a shopkeeper and I read it out. तो उसके ऊपर लिखा होता है 12 volt, 15 volt. So what that is giving? That is giving you the EMF of the cell. Means ये सेल 12 वोल्ट का है, ये सेल 15 वोल्ट का है, ये सेल 20 वोल्ट का है, 25 वोल्ट का है. That is EMF. So that is the characteristic property of the cell. हमें उसको पढ़ के पता चल जाता है कि कौन सा सेल ज्यादा potential difference देने वाला है, कौन सा कम देने वाला है. So that is the characteristic property of the cell and it will remain fixed for the cell. सेल के लिए वो फिक्स रहेगा. अगर एक सेल 15 वोल्ट का है तो हम उसको 15 का ही मानेंगे. ये नहीं अभी 15 का बोल रहे हैं, दूसरे के पास जाएंगे तो उसी 15 वोल्ट के सेल को कोई 12 का नहीं बोलेगा. दैट विल रिमेन 15 वोल्ट ओनली. राइट. Now when we are talking about this complete scenario, this we are talking about when no current is drawn from the cell. But what if the current is drawn from the cell? अगर इस सर्किट को मैं कंप्लीट कर दूं और यहाँ से करंट फ्लो करना शुरू हो जाए, then what will happen? Then this potential difference between the electrodes of cell decreases. But this happens when current is drawn from the cell. When current is drawn from the cell. Means suppose I bought a cell and it was written there कि ये 15 वोल्ट का सेल है. Yes, it is of 15 वोल्ट. जब वो मेरे हाथ में है, I am not using it. Okay, but as in when I'll connect it in the circuit, at that time the circuit is completed. अगर मैं उसको switch on करती हूँ तो circuit will be completed. अगर वो complete है कि आपने close किया हुआ है, switch on किया हुआ है, some whatever you are using in the circuit, when it will start drawing current, when the components will start drawing current, this is the electrical component over here in this circuit. So if this component will start drawing current from the circuit, अगर इसने current को draw किया है, then this potential difference between the electrodes that decreases when current is drawn from the cell. बेटा जी ये बात ध्यान में रखनी है. EMF तब है when no current is drawn from the cell. There is a very minor line, बहुत sleek सी लाइन है EMF और टर्मिनल वोल्टेज के बीच में. When no current is drawn from the cell तो हम उसको बोलेंगे EMF. जैसे ही आपने करंट ड्रॉ किया, the value of potential difference between the two electrodes of the cell when you are drawing current, that decreases. Why it decreases? First we will study about that. Then we will be coming on to the terminal voltage. Fine. चलिए. Let's start with why it decreases. Now as I told you, when current is drawn from the cell, the value of potential difference between the terminals that decreases. Okay. Now what we can assume, suppose we have this cell, right, and 12 volt, 15 volt, whatever EMF of this cell is given to us. Okay. This will remain 12 volt when no current is drawn. This is the, अब इसको क्या बोलेंगे? This is known as EMF of cell. Okay, but what if it is connected in a circuit? Now what will happen? The current will start flowing. This component, electrical component, draws the current and the value of this potential difference decreases. This is what I was telling you. Okay, this value of this potential difference decreases, or you can say EMF decreases. How can we come to know? If we will attach a voltmeter over here, we can easily find out कि जो 12 वोल्ट इसका EMF है, अगर हमें वोल्टमीटर यहाँ अटैच किया है इसके साथ, suppose I am attaching this voltmeter over here in parallel to this, then the reading in the voltmeter should be 12. क्या आना चाहिए था हमारे पास 12. But when we are attaching voltmeter over here and ammeter over here to note down the value of current and potential difference, we are able to see it very clearly that the value of potential difference will not come 12 volt. That is the decreased value. It may be 8, it may be 6, it may be 4. It depends on the amount of current drawn from the circuit. ये डिपेंड करेगा कितना करंट हमने ड्रॉ किया है सर्किट में से, उसके अकॉर्डिंग आपका पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस क्या होता जाएगा, डिक्रीज होता जाएगा. ओके, नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज व्हाट आई वाज टेलिंग यू, व्हाई इट हैपेंस. This happens because of the material of electrolyte which we are using in the cell. How we had drawn the diagram of cell at the initial stage, we had drawn it this way. We had taken a container, we filled it with electrolyte, 2 electrodes we had drawn. Okay, now on the basis of the material of electrolyte which we selected, on the basis of that the potential difference reduces. Why it bases on the base why it reduces on the basis of this? Because this material of electrolyte, this electrolyte offers obstacle to the flow of current, or you can say charge. When electron comes over here, हमने डिस्कस किया था ना, जब इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ आता है उसको इसके थ्रू मूव करना होता है, then this electron faces so many collisions that becomes an obstacle to the flow of this charge, or we can say that becomes the obstacle to the flow of current. So whatever material we are using, according to that the obstacle will increase or decrease. That we will discuss later on the factors affecting. But still, but here we need to understand is this electrolyte is going to offer some obstruction over here, and whenever we are talking about obstacle offered, what we will say to that particular term? Obstacle offered is resistance. Definitely, that means this electron is facing resistance here, right? Now when we are talking about resistance, this electron is facing resistance in internal circuit. ये देखो ये अंदर फेस कर रहा है. We are not talking about external circuit over here. हमने external circuit की तो बात ही नहीं की. We are talking about this electrolyte is facing obstacles over here because of the electrolyte. This electron is facing obstacles because of this electrolyte. That means inside this, means in the internal circuit, this electron is facing resistance, and this resistance is known as internal resistance. इसको हम क्या बोलेंगे? This is known as internal resistance. It is represented by small r. Okay, so what we can write for internal resistance? We can write as this is the obstacle offered to the flow of charge or current due to material of electrolyte. This is known as internal resistance. Now if it is facing some obstacle, that means it has to collide with that particular ions or with the another things which are present in the electrolyte. Now if it has to collide over here, that means some of the energy of this electron which it collected is used over here only. Means the potential difference which it is able to have it, with the potential difference which it is having when the is with the cell, when no current is drawn from the cell, that reduces when current is drawn from the cell. जब current draw होगा, this electron has to move in the complete circuit. जैसे इलेक्ट्रॉन को पूरे सर्किट में मूव करना होगा, यहाँ आते ही वो अपनी एनर्जी को क्या करेगा, लूज करेगा बिकॉज ऑफ द ऑब्स्ट्रैकल. एंड इफ इट इज लूजिंग द एनर्जी, दैट मीन्स द पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस decreases. And this decrease in potential difference, that depends on all the factors which are going to affect this internal resistance. Okay, now to connect with this one, we can talk about our next term, that is terminal voltage. Now terminal voltage is what? It is the potential difference across the two terminals of a cell. It is the potential difference across the two terminals of the cell. We have not written two electrodes of the cell. In EMF, we have written two electrodes of the cell. Between the two terminals of the cell, when current is drawn from the cell. When current is drawn from the cell. In this situation, the potential difference decreases from its EMF value. At EMF, if we say it was 12 volt, so now it decreases to 8, 6, 5, whatever value, to any of the value it can be decreased. So terminal voltage, it is the potential difference across the two terminals of a cell when current is drawn from the cell. When we are talking about EMF, we represented cell this way. So that ये EMF यहाँ exist करता है between the two electrodes of the cell. When we are talking about terminal voltage, EMF को हम यहाँ ये वाली बात बोलते हैं. When we are talking about terminal voltage, that is between the two terminals of the cell. Terminals हम इसके ये लगा कर चलते हैं. Means when we are talking about EMF, that works in the internal circuit only. When we are talking about terminal voltage, in this one, the cell is working, the current flowing in the external circuit as well as in internal circuit, right? So again, the unit for potential, this terminal voltage, again it is potential difference, so unit is volt, it is represented by capital V. Now I'm going to discuss a simple circuit with you so that you can understand these terms in better way. Only a smaller discussion of that. Suppose this is a component, electrical component, cell is attached over here. Okay, one more thing, when we are talking about internal resistance, beta, this internal resistance is depicted along with the cell. इसको यहाँ ऐसे draw करते हैं cell के साथ. Okay, and then we are enclosing these two with the dotted lines. This means this resistance which is drawn along with the cell, ये इसका इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस है. इसको सेल के बीच में ड्रॉ नहीं कर सकते हैं हम. सो हमने उसको क्या किया, सेल के बिल्कुल साथ ड्रॉ किया एंड देन वी आर एनक्लोजिंग इट विद डॉटेड लाइंस सो दैट यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड कि सेल के साथ जो बना है दैट इज रिप्रेजेंटिंग इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस डिनोटेड बाय स्मॉल आर. ओके, सपोज दिस इज ऑफ 4 ohm, this resistance. Okay, now when the circuit is complete, current will start flowing. Say the current of 2 ampere will flow through this, and the value of this is also 2 ohm, and suppose the EMF of the battery is say 12 volt, right? Now when we are talking about this, EMF is 12 volt, okay, but when we are talking about terminals of the cell, terminals यहाँ होगा और यहाँ होगा. Okay, this is internal resistance, वो उसके अंदर included है. So terminal ये होगा. What will be the potential difference over here? यहाँ कुछ पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस आपका यूज हो गया है. पूरे सर्किट में से करंट कितना फ्लो कर रहा है, 2 एम्पियर, बिकॉज देयर इज ओनली वन पाथ टू फ्लो द करंट. सो द थ्रू आउट द सर्किट द करंट फ्लोइंग इज 2 एम्पियर. वी आर अवेयर फ्रॉम ओम्स लॉ V इज इक्वल टू IR. आई एम राइटिंग स्मॉल r ओवर हियर बिकॉज मैं अभी इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस का बात कर रही हूँ. कितना वोल्टेज यहाँ पर ड्रॉप हो गया, कितना कम हो गया, वी वांट टू टॉक अबाउट दैट. सो दिस वोल्टेज ड्रॉप वी आर डिनोटिंग विद स्मॉल v. How to find out that? The current flowing through the circuit is 2 ampere. The resistance, the internal resistance of the cell is 2. So how much voltage is dropped over here? That is 4 volt. Means what is the meaning of this? Total EMF of the cell is 12 volt. Because of this internal resistance, सिर्फ इस internal resistance की वजह से when current flows, कितना voltage drop हो गया, 4 volt. करंट कितना फ्लो किया था, 2 एम्पियर. रेजिस्टेंस कितना था, 2 ओम. तो टोटल कितना वोल्टेज ड्रॉप हुआ, 4 volt. So out of this 12, 4 volt voltage is dropped here. So what will be the terminal voltage left out? That will be denoted by capital V. So that will be left out as 8 volt. Is that okay? समझ आ रहा है ये? देखो बेटा पूरे में जितना भी इसका EMF था that is 12 volt. I said कि 2 ohm is the internal resistance of the cell and I denoted it over here. That means these two are working as the terminals of the cell because this is the part of cell itself. So ये वाले बाहर वाले दोनों terminals की तरह act करेंगे. Now I need to find out whatever voltage drop happens over here. Voltage drop is what? V is equal to IR. According to Ohm's law हम उसको क्या लेकर चलते हैं? V is equal to IR. What amount of current flows through this complete cell as well as outer circuit? क्योंकि मैंने बोला पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस का जब भी बात करते हैं तो हम क्या मानकर चल रहे हैं? करंट इज फ्लोइंग, तभी तो वोल्टेज ड्रॉप हुआ. करंट इज फ्लोइंग इन द एक्सटर्नल सर्किट एज वेल एज इन द इंटरनल सर्किट, राइट? अभी यही बोला था. सो अभी जो इंटरनल सर्किट में हुआ करंट 2 एम्पियर, रेजिस्टेंस कितना है? 2 ओम, दैट विल बी 4 वोल्ट. मींस आउट ऑफ 12 4 वोल्ट का क्या हो गया? ड्रॉप. दिस रिडक्शन दैट इज नोन एज वोल्टेज ड्रॉप. सो कितना ड्रॉप होने के बाद हमारा टर्मिनल वोल्टेज कितना बचेगा? 8 volt. So how can we write it down? We can write it down this way. V is equal to terminal voltage. It is equal to EMF minus voltage drop, isn't it? And this can be proved over here. ये मैंने अभी आपको प्रूव करके दिखाई. ये देखिए वोल्टेज ड्रॉप हमारा कितना आया है? सॉरी, दिस टर्मिनल वोल्टेज कितना आया? 8. EMF कितना था? 12. और ये स्मॉल V वोल्टेज ड्रॉप दैट इज 4. तो ये दोनों इक्वल हो गया. दैट मीन्स वॉट एवर आई सेड दैट इज करेक्ट. विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस वी कैन राइट EMF ऑफ द सेल दैट इज इक्वल टू टर्मिनल वोल्टेज प्लस वोल्टेज ड्रॉप. EMF ऑफ द सेल इज इक्वल टू टर्मिनल वोल्टेज प्लस वोल्टेज ड्रॉप. जितना टर्मिनल वोल्टेज आया, जितना वोल्टेज ड्रॉप हुआ, उन दोनों को मिलाकर हमेशा क्या बनेगा? दैट गिव्स यू द वैल्यू ऑफ EMF. ओके, बस एक छोटा सा एक्सप्रेशन और है. विल बी मूविंग ऑन टू दैट एंड देन इट ओवर्स. वी विल बी डिस्कसिंग रेस्ट ऑफ द थिंग्स लेटर ऑन. When we are talking about a simple circuit which I had drawn just now, this is the resistance of the cell. This is the external circuit. I had drawn it this internal one as this one. This is 2 ohm. This is 12 volt. This I had written as 4 volt. The current flows is 2 ampere. Right. Now in this one, what can we say? We can write down according to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. We are saying this only if we are not talking about the internal circuit. We are talking about the external only now. V is equal to IR. Okay. This R is this one. This R is written by small r. Okay. So how can we write it other way? This V can be written as IR, and the previous one we can say E is equal to V plus small v. Or we can say what? We can say V is equal to E minus V. This can be written as E minus I into R. Right? Instead of this V, I can write this current. We can say I here, or I can write capital I, and this is IR. Instead of this V, I can write this R. Right? Or what can I say? We can take this I over here. E is equal to IR plus IR. That is equal to I. R plus R. It is equal to E. E upon R plus R is equal to I. This is the expression. Sometimes we need it in the numericals. You need to remember it. How we did it? In the external circuit we said V is equal to IR. सिर्फ इसको भूल जाइए. अगर अब हमें Ohm's law अप्लाई करना हो, we are always using it. V is equal to IR. Okay, we have this with us, and we are moving on to our previous derivation, which we did right now. E is equal to V plus V. I calculated the value of V from here, that is E minus V. And this V voltage drop can be written as I into small r, because this is of internal resistance. Okay, that is equal to V. Instead of this V, I am writing this value over here, IR. Okay, take this IR over here. E is equal to IR plus I small r. I will be common, R plus R. E upon this R plus R will come over here, that is equal to I. So means current can also be calculated this way. If internal resistance, external resistance and EMF of the cell will be given to you. 2-3 numericals will be there in your exercise based on this. Rest part of this exercise will continue tomorrow because it's a very lengthy one and maybe it will become confusing for you, right? Okay beta, thank you.